Hi, your 5-minute friend here, Charles GP. We welcome you to the 35th edition of the program 5-Minute Talk, brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their walk with God. As I promised last week, today we are looking at Immodesty hottest. Immodesty hottest? Well, no, modest isn't hottest. Men are visual. Women are also visual. Just that men are more visual than women are. In other words, men are more sexually attracted to women who are immodestly dressed than women who are modestly dressed. So modest isn't hottest. The hard truth is, immodesty is hot, but it is destructive. So, and that's why we should do away with immodesty, because it is destructive. It is against God's plan for our lives. But let's say if modest was hottest, well, even if modest was hottest, if someone dressed modestly so they can be hot, then they will be doing the right thing, modesty, for the wrong reason, being hot. Because our practice of modesty should not be because we want to attract people to us, whether for sexual reason or for whatever reason that may be. So people will say, well, yeah, let's say men are visual, but they should have self-control too. Women are visual, so but they should have self-control. So not because they are visual, not because they could be tempted by the way I dress, so I should not dress the way I want to dress. I'm free to do whatever I want to do. Well, that is true if you are not a Christian. But if you are a Christian, you will be considerate. You will consider your brother and your sister. You will protect them. You will make sure that what you wear will not be a temptation to them. And even people who think immodest dressing is a freedom for them, let me tell you this. Immodesty is actually a form of slavery. You are in slavery. You are not free. This reminds me of Jesus Christ's statement to people who claim to be free because they were children of Abraham. When Jesus told them, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free," they were like, "Wow, we've never been slaves. We've been free. We are children of Abraham." But he told them, "He who lives in sin is a slave of sin." So he who or she who lives life of immodesty is a slave of immodesty. We should know this. Immodesty is not freedom, but instead it is slavery. It robs us of our identity and our dignity. What we wear should be an expression of our heart, should be an expression of who we are, our identity, our dignity. We should not allow what we wear to determine who we are, but instead we should allow who we are to dictate to what we wear, to dictate to what we have in our wardrobe, to dictate to what we have in our suitcases. Yeah, that should be the case. And maybe we should start by taking down those photos, those immodest photos from social media. Yes. And we should stop sending indecent photos to people on social media and let what we wear reflect who we are. That is Christianity, being like Christ. And we should not dress modestly to seek the attention of the opposite sex, but because of the glory of God being seen through our lives. Thank you very much for being with me on the 35th edition of the program 5-Minute Talk, brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their walk with God. Remember to always dress modestly as a way of expressing that you are modest inward. Thank you.